Right, today I'm going to talk about some rear delt exercises. So on your shoulder you have a rear, middle, and front deltoid muscle. So there's three different muscles that work together to do presses. And you can work them each individually with the front lateral raise, side, and then the rear, which is what we're going to do today. A lot of people tend not to train their rear delt, so it's a little underdeveloped. I used to do them when I would do a giant set. I would do rear, side, front, lateral raises. If you're going to do it like that with dumbbells, you might want to use a couple different weights because the rear deltoid is underdeveloped, underworked. It's a little, not necessarily weaker, but it's not as strong because it's not as used in a lot of like the front when you're doing a bench press or when you're doing presses up top. It's not one of the prime movers. And then another reason that I started doing it when I had my first daughter, I noticed my shoulders were kind of getting a pain, kind of sore. And then I realized because I was holding her in the front a lot and it was bringing everything forward. So as soon as I started incorporating rear delt movements, that pain went away right away. So it's something that I have a lot of new moms do, and it tends to alleviate that pain or avoid it altogether. So first thing I'm going to do is do it on a TRX. Now this is a more of an advanced movement because you're actually lifting your whole body weight when you're doing this. So if you have it available, you can give it a shot. But it might be one of the things that maybe like step 2, 3, or 4 down the line that you do. So what you're going to do is grab the handles, keep your body nice and stiff and planked out. You're going to lean back, your arms are going to be straight, keep your body nice and straight, back straight, and then what you do is by pulling yourself up, you're going to spread your arms out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then slowly lower yourself back down, right like that. Now at the top of the movement, you want to make sure that you're standing so that at the top of the movement you're not straight up and down. You want to have a little bit of an angle the whole time so there's always tension on the muscle, and then do it nice and controlled. Again, that's a little more difficult because you're lifting your whole body weight. That's the idea behind the TRX. We're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so for this rear delt exercise we're going to use dumbbells. You don't have to use a lot of weight. You really want to concentrate more on form and really squeezing the muscle. I tell people, pretend like there's a grape in between your shoulder blades and squeeze that grape every time. If I'm working with somebody, sometimes I'll actually put my finger in between their shoulder blades, tell them to squeeze my finger each time they come all the way back. I only have 5 pounds here. You don't have to use a lot of weight. When I do this, I like to have my feet together. What that does is it's going to lower your base, going to make you a little more off balance, so you really have to concentrate and move smoothly throughout the motion, and then you use the rest of your body for balance. So you're not only working that rear delt, you're getting the rest of your body working at the same time. So first thing I'll do is just show you straight on. You want to have a little bend in your knees. That's going to take the stress off your lower back. And then what you're going to do is at your hips, at your waist, you're going to lean forward. Just let the weights dangle straight down. Keep your head up. That's going to keep your back nice and straight. And then you just bring your hands out to the side, big squeeze, lower it down. Don't do fast movements. Squeeze it up, resist it on the way down. From the side, again, little bend in your knees, lean forward, just let your arms hang. Now don't let your shoulders come like this. Keep your shoulders in line with your body. Look straight ahead and bring it right out. Nice and smooth, right like that. Now if you find that you're getting tired, it's toward the end of the set, or maybe at the beginning, if you find that you're throwing it a little more and moving this type of movement, lower the weight because you don't want to injure your lower back by doing that sort of a thing. Next thing we're going to do is go to the cables. Here at Kinesis, we have what we call the wall, the Kinesis wall. So we have cables that we can determine how high we want them. If you're at a gym where maybe you have like a universal machine and you can adjust the height of where the handles are, you want them to be right about shoulder height. And again, you're not going to use a lot of weight. And what you're going to do is basically take the cable from your right and switch it over to the other side. And then you're going to grab them like that. That way when you spread out, the resistance for your right side is coming from your left. The resistance for your left side is coming from your right. I'm using very little weight. I have it on the top weight, pinned all the way to the top. I'm going to stand back a little bit. And then like I was saying, you're going to cross the handles just like this. And same type of movement. Little bend in your knees. Right like that. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your hands shoulder height. And that's where the movement's at. Kind of like a reverse clapping motion if you want to think of it like that. Nice and smooth. Exhale as you squeeze back. Go. So I found when I started doing these exercises, the pain in my shoulders that was caused by holding my daughter all the time in the front literally went away as soon as I started doing it. If you think about it, everything we do, we drive up front, keyboards up front, we eat up front. If you have kids, you hold them up front. So everything is getting tighter this way, stronger this way. So what we need to do is strengthen the rear delt. You're also going to strengthen your traps and your rhomboids, which are in between your shoulder blades. And that's going to get everything, instead of hunched, it's going to bring it back this way and give you some more stability. You're going to stand up a lot straighter as well, and avoid pain or alleviate the pain that you do have. That's my tip for the day. Have a great one.